Alright, Joe, and we are back with another video. So you can see I'm walking down from my truck right now because I just made the video on the back of my truck and Andrew made it a whole 15 minutes away from me. So basically today's video, pretty simple. We're going to be showing you the way we rig our Senkos, what we use them for, and kind of like what purpose they serve. So yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. We'll see you guys when we get started. Let's do it, baby. Alright guys, just a quick side note. Don't worry, house is getting redone. That's why the siding is like that. But anyways, quick side note. We do something here, if you're new to the channel, we do a hidden gem in each video, which happens to be this. You guys find the hidden gem and you comment down below where the hidden gem was, and you're the first person to do it. Not only will you get a pinned comment, you'll be written on one of our kayaks. Now in this video, you guys won't see the most recent winner. That's because we're not with our kayaks today. But you guys will be seeing that in the next video, so make sure you guys do comment down below where that hidden gem is to be entered to win that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so I just grabbed a new worm to show you guys. These are actually the worms that we used when we were at the river the other day. If you guys didn't check out that video, make sure you check that out because that was honestly one of our best videos. Hopefully the camera angle is good as well. Hopefully I'm not blocking all the light. So obviously you guys probably grew up using this rig. I figured I would show you guys just because it is probably the most effective, especially with smallmouth, because it has such a, you know, has such a wacky reaction. That's what the smallmouth really like. They like the way it moves. They don't really care about the color of it. They don't really care about the presentation of this, like cutting this extra line. That doesn't really do much for smallmouth and largemouth because they're just such aggressive fish. But of course I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in the water as well. But first and foremost, this is obviously just the unweighted wacky rig. You don't need to put a weight up here. You can put a weight up there and then it becomes a weighted wacky rig, of course. You can also just tie a weight on here, or they also make jig heads with the weights on the top as well. So they also make wacky rig hooks that connect here to keep you out of the weeds, which is really nice. So I might actually invest in getting a couple of those to throw this more often, because a lot of times me and Andrew end up throwing the Texas rig or the non-weighted rig. So but yeah, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Hook it as close to the middle as you can. That way both sides will kind of give you this action. When it goes down, kind of goes like this, and that's what the bass really like, especially smallmouth. So yeah, that's the first one. Pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, for this next one I'm going to take this off just because this has points on both sides. So I grabbed this other one here. This is probably like a yum bait. Honestly, I don't even know. I shove them all into the bag. So with this next one, there is little poles or little rods that come with the Neko rig. If I'm butchering it, let me know. I think it's called a Neko rig though. So you're kind of going to hook it in the same way. You can hook it a little bit more towards the opposite side, or you can hook it right in the middle like I just did there. So basically what you do, there's a very ghetto way of doing this, but it actually is pretty effective, is you could take a regular like wood nail, like a regular nail, and you shove it into the end. This one actually might be a little big to show you on such a small worm, but anyways, you'd shove it in all the way to the end, and basically what that does is it forces this side to sink. When that side sinks and it's in the water, this side will actually float up, and then you lift it up and obviously it'll do the same thing. So it gives it another kind of, just a different way of rigging it than the normal wacky rig. Kind of gives it like just a different presentation in the water. So, but they also do make them that come with them in there, as you guys can see here. I got this in a mystery tackle box, and there's a weedless hook in there, and then there's a regular size hook in there. So how I was just telling you that there is a piece that can connect these two from the eye of the hook to the point, there's a piece that can do that, or you can just buy the hooks that have them, which you can barely see it, but this has it as well. So I'm actually going to take these out of the package. I'm going to show you guys the action of these, because these have the little nail weight that is right in this side of it. So yeah, so this side will basically be having a lot of movement, when this side will basically just sink. So I am going to show you guys that, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys did enjoy.
Alrighty guys, so we are here with a couple ways to rig your baits. Basically Senkos we're talking about, but the first thing I'm going to be talking about is a Texas rig. That's why I have this coattail worm right here. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to you got to find your bait. Obviously this works, a Texas rig works with any plastic really, but you got your worm. We're basically talking about Senkos mostly today. So you're going to take your worm, you got your hook right here, your worm hook. These are 4/0 size mustad hooks, as you can see from this package right here. I don't know if you can see that glare, but all you're gonna do, take your worm, take your hook, you're gonna find this part right here, right in the top of the bait where it's flat. You don't want the part where it's like tapered like this, because then it's gonna be hard to get the bait in the center of it. But then all you gotta do, just take the hook, just thread it right through the middle here. You're gonna poke it right through the tip of the worm until it gets to that little curved part of the hook. And then you're gonna pull it through, just like so. And then all you're gonna do now is just pull the worm up to the top of the shank until this curved part right here. And then all you gotta do is push your worm up a little bit, turn the hook, and then the bait will just go right up on the eyelid. Just gotta force it a little bit. Sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate with you. But then you got your wormy worm. You got your worm on top of that hook. And then basically what you want to do here is you want to kind of measure your bait with the hook. So there's obviously different size hooks, but right here we're using a 4/0. So this is almost a perfect size for this worm, because these are, I believe 5-inch Yamamotos. But then all you're gonna do is you're gonna find the exact point where you want the hook to come through. So measure it by taking the hook, press it up against the worm, and wherever the hook ends, that's where you want to bend your bait and put the hook through. So right by my thumb right here, that's where you can see the hook ends. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna bend that part just like so, and then you're gonna stick the worm on the hook just like so, push it out, and then boom, there's your next step. So all you want to do now is you want to make it weedless, obviously, because you don't want to be getting stuck on all them rocks, trees, cover, grass, whatever you're getting stuck on that's not allowing you to catch as many fish as you want to. All you're gonna do here is you're gonna pull this bait back just like so. You're gonna pull it back and then just put the hook right in there, bury it in there, and then boom, you got a weedless hook. And a lot of people probably don't know. I mean, a lot of people do know, but there's some beginners out there that are like, how are the fish supposed to get hooked? So basically all that's gonna happen, a little bit of pressure applied here, boom, hook comes right out. So just like I said, bury that hook in there, skin hook it. You don't gotta go all the way through the bait, but just a little bit enough to where you're not gonna get snagged on everything. But yeah, there's a perfect little Texas rig Senko for you guys, and let's move right on to the next tactic. Before I move on to the second little rig I want to show you with a different bait, the Texas rig. So this is a, almost hooked myself there. This is a different little bait. We have a 10-inch Mondo worm. This is definitely a little bit of a bigger bait. Obviously you can tell this one's a lot bigger because it's 10 inches, almost double that size. Actually, it is double that size. So what you're gonna do here is the same concept. This, obviously, you might want a bigger hook if you want it, but sometimes, you know, the smaller hook is a little bit better. But all you're gonna do, same thing as before. Take the hook, take your worm, find the middle, boom. That's my finger. But all you're gonna do, you're gonna put it right through there, and you're gonna pull it out. Oh wow, this worm's messed up. All right, let me find a different one. Open this slimy package of Mondo worms. It smells like Play-Doh. All right, here we go. Worm, hook, tip, in the worm. Boom, right into the curve of the shank. As you can see right there, you're gonna push it out. Try to keep it in the middle of the bait if you can. See how it's like right in the center? Then you're gonna pull it up to the little curve. You're gonna twist it, twist the hook. It's so slimy. I'm gonna push it up a little more. Twist the hook, push the bait up and onto that eyelid. Then all you're gonna do, measure your bait. You're gonna find where that hook meets the worm. You're gonna bend it up, just like so. You're gonna push it out the center, and then make it weedless. So grab this, pull back, and then just boom, slingshots itself right into the bait. And then there you go. You have a perfect little Texas rig 10-inch Mondo worm. So yeah, let's move right on to the next little tactic I'm gonna show you guys. For the final little tips and tricks, ways to rig your bait, we got these two little like turd objects in front of us, right? So basically these are called rattling Neds, as you can hear. Got the rattles in them. That's what this is right here. You can pull them out of the rattling Neds and you can stick them in other baits. I will show you that after. But basically you're gonna take it. We don't have a jig head, which you're usually supposed to use for these. So we're gonna just pretend this is a jig head, all right? This is a hook, but it's a jig head. Imagination, all right? So basically, you're gonna find the side that doesn't have to rattle. You can feel around and feel where it is. So mine is right on this side right here. So you're gonna flip it over. You're gonna take your hook. You're gonna bury it into the middle of the bait, just like so. And you're gonna go down. You're gonna keep following it. You don't want to stick it out yet, but you're gonna keep pushing it through the bait until you get about right halfway point, and then you're gonna stick the bait or stick the hook out of the bait here, and then you're going to try to straighten it up as much as possible here. Then you want to pull the hook out. Give it the straightest presentation as possible. It's definitely easier with a jig head, but you know, my bum ass doesn't have any for some reason. But there, that's very close as you're gonna get to a Ned rig with a random ass hook that you found in your tackle box. But this is a very, very finesse way to catch fish. I've caught a couple fish on it. I haven't used it a lot. That's why I have these just sitting around, because I don't use them. But I thought it'd be a good idea to just show you guys a different way to kind of rig these. I'm sorry I didn't have jig heads, because this wouldn't have went this way if I was prepared, you know. But basically, that's how you do it. This isn't gonna look this bad with a jig head, because these hooks are more curved than a jig head. They're not as straight shanked as I wanted them to be, but you know what? It's whatever. This is Upstate Outdoors. We do what we want. And yeah, I'm gonna show you what you can do with the rattle. So I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna show you how to pull it out of one of these things and how to insert it into a different bait. So all you guys just watch, pay attention here. So you see this, you gotta feel your bait. Feel for the rattle, which you can feel it because it's the harder part here. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna squeeze that, squeeze it. It's gonna look like it's just pooping it out, right? And you're gonna see that, you got the beads. You're just gonna, boom, just like that. All right, and say you got your Texas rig here. So basically, what you're gonna do, you take your worm, get those out of the way. You're gonna take this, and then basically you have this one side where the hook is supposed to be. Actually, I'll just thread it again for you guys so you can see how it's done. So you're gonna take it, Texas rig, boom, boom. You're gonna thread that through, go all the way up, turn it, boom. Measure, pop it through. Then you're gonna weedless, boom. So basically you got this. You don't really have a flat point to really put the lead weight or the noisy rattle through. So basically all you're gonna do is you're gonna bite this side. You're gonna make it flat, right? And then you're gonna take this weight, you're just gonna stick it in. It's kind of sharp so it goes in, but you're gonna stick it in. You're gonna kind of work your way into the bait, if it'll allow it, you know. My hands are very, very slimy. We're gonna keep pushing that bait onto that little rattle, and eventually it'll go in for you. You only got to get it in a certain amount of ways so it's not going to fall out, but I'm trying my best for you guys. You want to try to make it straight as well. Alright, so we got it in there. Not as good as it could be, but I'm just trying to show you what you guys can do with these little rattles. Got another one right here. Oh, no, I don't. But that's what you can do with it, and then it's just gonna rattle for you. Attract some more fish, and boom. Those are the two main ways that I was gonna show you guys how to rig these baits. So you got your rattling now, you got your Texas rig with a rattle in it, you got your Texas rig. Boom. What else could you ask for? But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let's just get right to the outro.
All right, y'all. And that will wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did enjoy the video, comment down below. If you found anything in the video that was helpful to you, or you found a new way to rig up your Senko, comment down below which one is your favorite, which one you use the most, and you know, be interactive with us. We love seeing your guys' comments. So but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Until next time, here you go. Enjoy.